The Hulk is dead. An alien split his heart in half and left Earth shaking. The Avengers buried Bruce Banner with full honors. No regeneration. No healing. No second chance. But now someone saw him. A green giant walking in silence through the snow. No roar. No rage. Just glowing eyes and scars that shouldn't exist. He doesn't speak. He doesn't remember. And no one knows what brought the Hulk back from death. The day Hulk died, it happened off-world. A secret Avengers mission, classified Level 9, to intercept an alien warlord threatening Earth's outer defense satellites. His name, Zaelroth, a cosmic hunter, not a conqueror, not a world killer. He hunted enhanced beings for sport and extracted their powers for his own twisted evolution. The Avengers team that went to stop him: Thor, Captain Marvel, Rocket, Doctor Strange, and Hulk. Banner volunteered. "I can take the hit," he said. "I've always taken the hit." But this time, the hit took him. The trap on Outpost 7. The mission was to disable Zaelroth's gravity engine on Titan Outpost 7 before it triggered a planetary implosion. The team arrived as planned. Initial scans showed the alien base abandoned. No guards. No defense system. Just a message scrawled in scorched alien glyphs. "Send the green one." Hulk stepped forward. He didn't hesitate. He never did. He leapt down into the engine chamber, alone. And that's when the walls closed in, glowing red spikes sealing the room in a force field none of them had ever seen. From the shadows, Zaelroth emerged. He wasn't large. He wasn't loud. He just smiled and raised a weapon none of them recognized. The Mind Spike. It looked like a spear, but it pulsed with energy that made even Strange stagger from a distance. "It's not magic," Strange gasped. "It's conceptual." Then Zaelroth spoke, voice sharp, quiet, final. "I don't kill the body. I erase the soul." He hurled the Mind Spike into Hulk's chest. For the first time in recorded history, Hulk didn't scream. He just froze. Then his body collapsed. No healing. No regeneration. No transformation. Just a silent, shattered fall. The aftermath. They recovered the body. Even Thor, God of Thunder, could barely lift it. Banner was gone. Both of them. Hulk and human. Strange tried every resurrection spell. Nothing worked. Not even Wanda's chaos magic could reach into what was left. It was as if Hulk had been cut out of existence, not killed, but deleted. Tony later described it as, "It was like finding the shell of a planet, but the core was missing." The team brought him back to Earth. A memorial was held. A funeral. Even Bruce's enemies stood in silence. The man who couldn't die had finally fallen. 6 months later, strange anomalies began. Low-level gamma bursts in Siberia. Unexplainable seismic activity near Nairobi. Green scorch marks in the Arctic. At first, S.H.I.E.L.D. thought it was leftover tech. Then came the footage. Blurry, but clear enough. A figure, massive, green, limping through the snow. Then disappearing again. No attacks. No destruction. Just motion. At one site, they found an imprint in a boulder. A giant handprint. Not fresh, but new. The silent return. The Avengers deployed a drone team to track the movement. 2 drones went offline. One captured a single frame before going dark. A green figure crouched near a frozen river, looking at its reflection. Steve called Strange. "Is this possible?" Strange said only one thing. "If he's back, it's not because of Earth." Reappearance in New York. 3 days later, Hulk appeared in Manhattan. Midday. Crowded street. No destruction. He walked through traffic like a ghost, silent, unbothered, uninterested. People panicked. But he didn't even flinch. He just stopped at the foot of the Avengers Memorial, looked up at a statue of himself, and whispered, "Where am I?" Then he collapsed. S.H.I.E.L.D. containment. Banner, or whatever was left of him, was taken to a secured medical vault beneath the Triskelion. Vitals, stable. Gamma levels, off the charts. Mental state, unknown. He didn't speak for days. Then one night, he woke up screaming in an alien language no one could translate. Wanda tried to read him. She was thrown backward by a blast of raw energy. Strange tried to probe the soul layer. There was nothing. Not an absence. Not darkness. Just a different presence. Something old. Buried. Connected to Zaelroth. Who or what came back? They ran new tests. DNA? Hulk. Heart rate? Banner's baseline. Brain activity? Unrecognizable patterns. A mix of human, alien, and something undefined. But here's the catch. His memories ended at the moment of death. Everything after? Blank. But one phrase kept repeating in his sleep, muttered in that alien tongue. He didn't kill me. He opened the door. The question. Hulk was dead. That much was true. But now he's back. And the team doesn't know how. Or who brought him back. Or what else came through with him. All they know is this. Hulk is different. Smarter. Colder. Silent. And somewhere in deep space, Zaelroth is running. Hulk hunts the warlord. When Hulk woke up, he didn't ask questions. He didn't ask where he was. He didn't ask how long he'd been gone. He just asked one thing. Where is Zaelroth? And that's when everyone in the S.H.I.E.L.D. command room went silent. The cold shift. Banner was back, but not the same. The stammer, the hesitations, the nervous energy gone. He spoke like a soldier. Slept in complete stillness. Reacted to sounds like a predator. He was calm, cold, and terrifying. Strange described it best. This isn't Hulk reborn. It's Hulk rebooted. Tests confirmed the same DNA, but the gamma radiation in his blood had evolved, no longer fluctuating with emotion, but stabilized and constant. Which meant one thing. Hulk was now in control. Full control. He didn't wait for the Council's approval. He didn't ask for a mission brief. He just said, he took something from me. I'm taking it back. Then he jumped through 3 levels of reinforced alloy and vanished into the sky, tracking the beast. For 3 days, no one could trace him, until a deep space probe near Jupiter caught something impossible. A green streak, traveling at nearly half-light speed. No tech on Earth could do that. No ship. No thrusters. Just Hulk. Flying. Alone. Destination unknown. Until a psychic ripple hit Earth's telepaths. A scream across space. Zaelroth is hiding. But I can smell him. Warlord on the run. On the edge of the Andromeda Breach, Zaelroth sat inside a gravity-forged bunker. He had faced gods. Destroyed champions. Harvested the powers of a dozen worlds. But now, he was hiding. Because something had returned, something that shouldn't be possible. He had killed Hulk with the Mind Spike, a weapon designed to disconnect soul from body permanently. So how was Hulk alive? He didn't care. He just ran. He activated his failsafe, a jump gate built into the rings of Arcania 6, programmed to open a dimensional corridor to a dead universe. No one could follow, but Hulk did. Portal breach. On Earth, Strange and Wanda opened a scrying mirror to view across realms. The image shook, warped. Wanda stepped back. He's crossing into a collapse zone, a universe that's already dead. Strange whispered, that place doesn't have physics or rules. If he stays too long, even he won't survive. Tony looked on from a lab, armor halfway built. So what's the plan? Steve said flatly, there is no plan. We just wait. Inside the void, in the collapsed dimension, Zaelroth floated toward his safe house. The gravity didn't function, and time warped around him. He tried hiding inside a mind bunker, a metaphysical illusion that cloaks thoughts. But the space trembled. A distant roar echoed, not through air, but through existence itself. Zaelroth turned and saw it. A green tear in space. And out of it stepped something that looked like Hulk. But taller, more jagged, eyes glowing like neutron stars. He didn't speak. He charged. The rematch. Zaelroth unleashed all his stolen abilities, energy beams, time loops, plasma swords, but Hulk tore through them like fog. He wasn't just fighting back. He was absorbing the attacks. Each strike made him stronger, faster, angrier, but not out of control. At one point, Zaelroth stabbed him with the Mind Spike again. Hulk caught it, mid-pierce, and snapped it in half. Then he grabbed Zaelroth by the throat and whispered, You didn't kill me. You opened me. Now you see what's inside." And with one leap, Hulk dragged him through the collapsing sky and smashed him into the core of the dying dimension. The world screamed. And then it ended. Earthquake on Earth. At that exact moment, Earth experienced a 5-second seismic spike across every continent. No origin point. No tectonic activity. Just a pulse. Every satellite blinked. Every psychic flinched. And every Avenger turned their eyes to the sky. The return. 3 days later, a green comet re-entered Earth's atmosphere. It didn't crash. It landed, quietly, on his feet. Hulk stood outside the rebuilt Avengers facility, silent, bruised, glowing. He dropped something in the dirt. It was Zael-Rotha's armor. Empty. Then Hulk said, in perfect banner tone, "I'm back, and I remember everything." What they realized. Banner was back. But now, Hulk was fully conscious. Always present. Always aware. No more split. No more rage blackouts. The world got what it always feared. A Hulk who knows exactly what he's doing. And what's worse, he saw what's coming. Because, in the void, he felt something deeper than Zael-Roth. Something older. Something watching. The thing that followed resurrection. Hulk was back. Zael-Roth was dead. But Strange couldn't sleep. Not because the Warlord was gone, but because of what he saw inside the collapsed dimension before Hulk emerged. It wasn't just destruction, Strange told the Council. It was watching us. Something was left behind. Wanda confirmed it too. During a remote scan of the area where Hulk reappeared, she sensed a second presence riding just behind him, like a passenger hiding in the shadows of his energy. "It's not inside him," she said, "but it came through him." The symptoms begin. At first, they thought it was paranoia. But then things started happening around Hulk. Rooms grew colder when he entered. Gamma sensors blinked erratically. Animals avoided him. Tony's AI refused to scan him, calling his readings undefined. One night, Hulk woke up standing outside the Avengers vault, with no memory of walking there. Security footage showed him standing still for 4 hours, staring at a wall. When Steve asked what he was doing, Hulk only said, "It speaks when I'm dreaming." The dream. Bruce began recording his dreams. At first, it was static, pure black noise. Then, he started describing details. An endless ocean made of teeth. Towers made from screaming shadows. A voice that said, "I brought you back. One day, you will bring me forward." He didn't know what it meant. Neither did anyone else. Until Strange pieced it together. The door wasn't closed. Strange pulled everyone into a holographic model of the dimension where Hulk had killed Zael-Roth. Normally, dead universes are completely sealed, collapsed timelines with no logic, no light, no life. But this one? It's still open, Strange said. Something on our side is holding it open. And the only thing strong enough to do that was Hulk. Not on purpose, but by existing. Hulk starts to change. His body was stable. His strength? Greater than ever. But something was different. He stopped speaking during meetings. Stopped eating. Stopped responding to anyone except Wanda. Only once did he say something strange. "I don't get angry anymore. I just wait." "Wait for what?" she asked. He didn't answer. But every time he closed his eyes, the thing behind the door whispered. A cosmic warning. Nick Fury called a secret council meeting. "This isn't about Hulk," he said. "It's about what used him." They brought in Kree War seers, Xandarian intelligence, even remnants of the sorcerers from Kamartaj. They all said the same thing. There are things older than the multiverse. If one of them sees you, it doesn't forget. And something had seen Hulk. The flicker. It started as a flicker on a satellite feed. In the background of an unrelated mission in northern Canada, a brief visual anomaly appeared for exactly 1.6 seconds. A tall shadow, faceless, claw-fingered, standing still behind Hulk as he helped civilians escape a collapsed bridge. No one else saw it, not even him. But the feed confirmed it. The shadow had mass. Wanda's warning. Wanda called a meeting. She had scanned Hulk again, not directly, but through residual dream echoes. She played the audio. The door was never closed. "You are the crack." Hulk sat quietly, listening. When it ended, he looked up and said, "Then seal it." Strange frowned. "Seal it? We don't know how." "I do," Hulk said. Everyone turned. He stood slowly and added, "I brought it through. I'll take it back." The mission no one agreed to. He didn't wait for permission. Hulk left Earth within an hour. He didn't take a jet. He didn't leave a beacon. He simply vanished, stepping through a self-made gamma burst that tore the sky open like paper. Where was he going? The same place he died. Back to the void. The question that remains. Why? Why return? To fight what followed him? To seal the breach? Or to join it? Because ever since Hulk came back, he had a new scar across his chest, glowing faintly red. And Strange noticed it once during meditation. It looked like a keyhole. The door opens. They thought he went alone. But Hulk didn't just vanish. He created a gamma gate, a fusion of energy and rage so dense, it tore open a rift in space-time. A signature not even Doctor Strange could replicate. And just before the rift closed, someone else followed him. The tracker. Tony Stark had pre-coded a quantum tracer into Hulk's bloodstream, a leftover protocol from back when the Avengers still feared his outbursts. "I never deleted it," Stark admitted to the Council. "I just hoped I'd never need it." Now, that tracer was the only signal connecting Earth to the collapsed realm Hulk returned to. And what it showed was terrifying. Inside the collapse, the gamma readings didn't fade. They multiplied, but not in a linear way. They echoed, like something inside the void was amplifying his energy or responding to it. Fury stared at the display. "Something's waking up." Strange frowned. "No, not waking up. Feeding." Hulk's return, not alone. 12 hours later, a rupture opened in the Mojave Desert. Out of it, he stepped. Hulk. Alive. Glowing. But different. His skin had turned a darker shade of green, almost black at the edges. His eyes glowed constantly now, not with rage, but with something deeper, older. And floating behind him was nothing. Not empty air. Actual nothing. A swirling, gravity-distorting shadow that made cameras glitch and light bend. Wanda whispered. It came through with him. Stark activated every defense system they had. Hulk didn't flinch. He speaks. They surrounded him at Avengers compound. Weapons ready, magic cast, satellites tracking. Hulk stood still, then said, "It wants to know what it's like to exist." Cap asked, "What is it?" Hulk replied, "A god that never had a name. A hunger older than stars. When Zaelroth killed me, the thing behind the door saw a hole. I went back to seal it, but it followed me. The uninvited guest. What came through wasn't physical. It didn't attack. It didn't speak. It simply spread. Within hours, shadows stretched longer where Hulk walked. AI systems malfunctioned near him. Psychics reported nosebleeds and voices underthought. Children in nearby cities drew identical pictures of a dark face without a face. Gamma detectors showed inverted radiation, energy pulling from the universe. Banner tried to suppress it. He failed. He told Strange, "It's not inside me. It's behind me, but I can feel it pulling closer." Earth's decision. The UN called an emergency summit. 2 proposals hit the table. Exile Hulk to deep space permanently. Contain Hulk inside a zero-light cryofield under Wakanda. Neither sat well with the Avengers. Cap said, "He saved us. He chose to seal the door." Stark countered, "Yeah, but now he's the door." Wanda spoke last. "It's not Hulk we're debating. It's whether we let the thing that came with him stay on Earth another day." Silence. Then an alert blared. The void moved. The breach. At exactly 3:03 a.m., a baby monitor in rural Texas recorded a whisper. "Open it further." That same hour, a cosmic observatory in Iceland caught a dark circle forming in the sky, visible only in ultraviolet. Meanwhile, Hulk stood outside Avengers Tower, staring at the moon. He whispered, "It's not waiting anymore. Then his back split open slightly, not with blood, but with void light, and the thing behind him began to form a shape. What they saw, it wasn't a creature. It wasn't a god. It was the absence of everything. No eyes. No hands. Just endless, shifting form. It stood as tall as a skyscraper and bent toward Hulk like a parent watching a child. Hulk turned to the others and spoke calmly. It doesn't want Earth. It wants to learn how to be. Wanda stepped forward. And what if it fails? Hulk looked up at the sky. Then it erases everything, so it never existed wrong. Final message. Before anyone could act, before Stark systems could lock, the void vanished. Gone. No pulse. No exit trail. Just gone. And so was Hulk. All that remained was a crater, and a message etched in gamma-burned stone. The door has been closed. For now. The day the sky forgot. The world moved on. Sort of. There were no explosions. No attacks. No battles in the sky. Just a silence. A silence that came after Hulk vanished, along with a nameless void that had followed him. Global systems stabilized. Within 48 hours, AI networks corrected themselves. Gamma fields leveled. Psychic interference ceased. Weather anomalies stopped. Dreams returned to normal. No one knew what happened, except the Avengers. And they weren't talking. Not to the press. Not to governments. Not even to each other. Some wounds can't be spoken. Some truths can't be explained. The statue. In the heart of New York, a new monument appeared. Not commissioned. Not built by humans. It simply appeared. A towering sculpture made of smooth black stone, fused with green crystal veins, carved to resemble a door halfway open. At its base, glowing words read. He held the door, so we could forget it existed. Tourists visited. They asked questions. No answers came. And after a while, people just stopped asking. What Wanda remembers. She still hears him sometimes. Not the void, but Hulk. Bruce. In meditation, in dreams, in rare quiet moments, she hears his voice. Keep it closed. And she wonders, not if he's alive, but where he exists now. Because something strange keeps happening. Gamma ghosts. In parts of the world. Gamma sensors spike for exactly 7 seconds, then vanish. Each time. Near a rescue. Near a natural disaster. Near children in danger. No one sees anything. No camera records it. But after each pulse, someone is saved. Quietly. Perfectly. And, in one case, impossibly. A collapsing mine in Chile left 6 trapped workers. When pulled out, they described a giant green shadow, lifting the rubble before fading into dust. They called it El Fantasma Verde, the Green Phantom. Banner's letter. Weeks later, Stark received a data burst, encrypted, quantum-locked, impossible to trace. It contained one thing, a voice memo. Banner's voice. If you're hearing this, it means I'm not entirely gone. Not here, not there, but somewhere in between. I gave the void what it wanted. Structure. A form. A choice. And in return, it gave me one too. I chose silence. I chose peace. But if it ever comes back, and it will, don't try to fight it with fists. Fight it with identity. Show it who you are. That's something it will never understand. Tell Steve I finally learned how to breathe. And tell Wanda, thank you. For the dreams. Stark said nothing. He just played it again. And again. Call to action. The world will never know what was stopped. But you do. You've seen what lives beyond death, beyond science, beyond even magic. And maybe one day it returns. Maybe one day the sky forgets again. The void remembers. And anyone, has to stand in that space and say, not today. Just like Hulk did. So keep building. Keep fighting. Keep feeling. Because as long as we remain human, the door stays closed. The end.